Hey everyone, Joe Williams here from Bluedog Wire Strippers, and today we're going to be doing a customer demonstration with the BWS-80 HD wire stripping machine. So basically our customer, Tyler Hips from Service Wire Co. has sent us some wire samples, and we're going to run them through the BWS-80 in real time and show you how it processes it. This machine is brand new out of the box, and you're going to see with some real world samples how easy it is to strip the scrap wire. So if you want to come with me, we'll take a look at the wire samples over here. So this is what we were sent from Tyler, and thankfully so. And now we're going to just run through this on the machine and show you how it works. So it's important to note that this machine is just brand new out of the box, hasn't really been adjusted. So I'm going to be doing adjustments on the fly here and to give you an idea of what happens when you are trying to process the wire. So the first stuff that we have here is TH12 solid. All right, and there's 30 feet of this right here. Just cut off the, so again, 30 feet of it, Service Wire Co. Just getting rid of these zip ties. Now let's turn the machine on and test it out. Generally speaking, when it's a brand new setup, you want to just run through shorter length samples, but there's no reason why you can't run through 30 feet once you've got it tuned in. The machine is on. We're going to be using the smallest hole here. Now let's feed it through. And okay, so the first thing you see is that the rollers are far apart. We got to adjust them down. Get these, oh, there we go. Okay, once we get these down, it'll go through, so I'm just, there we go. Starting to grip slowly, there we go. Okay. Just do a slight adjustment. Let's try that again. Okay. See how well this works. I think we have to go down a little more. Once we're close enough, it'll be a piece of cake. Okay. So that's once you got the machine dialed in. Coating came right off. Now, let's take a 30-foot piece, run it through the machine. Generally speaking, we don't recommend doing 30-foot pieces. We recommend smaller pieces. But if you want to do a full coil or something, it's completely possible. So that was 30 feet going through the machine. Okay. The coating came off that easily. And you're just left with pure copper. So again, it's important to note on this demonstration, I am doing everything in real time, so if some of the adjustments take longer than normal, that'll be sort of comparative to you if you bought one and how it would operate in your shop. So, but that was 12 pH completely stripped. Now let's grab something else out of the box. Okay, we got 14. It says XH on here. So let's try running that through. Now, again, just run a small sample through first. And let's see how it goes. Okay, so this stuff is stranded. I'm going to be using the same hole. All right. We might have to put the roller down. Oh, look. So because this is stranded, it's not going to come out as easily as the solid, but still you get the idea. Let me try putting the roller down just a little bit more. Okay. Let's run through the full bit of wire sample here. Just lowered the rollers a little bit more. You can see it put strips down the wire on both sides because there are blades on the top and bottom. And once you get the coating, look, it just peels right off. So as I said, we like to do 4 to 8 foot lengths of this. But I just ran through this whole piece to show you that you've got flexibility with this machine. If you want to run it off of old spools or something like that, it's completely possible. Okay, the other thing too, when it's stranded like this, just be careful. You might have some shards where the blade's dug a little bit deeper. Just use gloves when handling that. Anyway, that was one pass through the machine. And you've got very bright copper. Okay, so let's do something else here. We saw 12s, we saw 14 stranded. What else we got in the box? Okay, so this is stranded. Looks like stranded 12. I don't know. Looks like some of the tags broke off here. But again, it is stranded wire, and we do have quite a bit of it here. So let's just run it through and see how it goes. These zip ties. Let me do we're going to run through a sample through the machine first. Let's see how this goes. Again, a real-time demonstration. There we go. That was one pass through the machine on stranded. Let's get an angle this way so we see the machine. So on the machine here, you've got basically your feed port over here, which will go from 14 gauge up to 2-inch diameter. And it's got a blade on the top and bottom of each of the shafts there. On this side over here is the height adjustment. There's a dial where you can turn basically adjust the spacing between the top and the bottom rollers. Let's run through some more material to the machine so you get an idea how it works. Okay, here we got something bigger. It says PV2K8. Alright, so whatever that is. So we're going to process this for Tyler. Get rid of the zip ties. after a sample, see how it goes. Okay. So let's run it through this port now. We're going to go the next hole size up. So that was one pass through the machine. And the coating just peels off like butter. Let's get the machine in the background if you can. Now I'm going to do the full length of all of this. But you are flexible with what you want to do around here. So you can see there is a strip throughout the whole entire wire on the top and the bottom. Now, very easy just to remove the coating. It's a great machine for stripping scrap wire. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. This is thin gauge. Again, this is a real-time demonstration, so I'm going to guess this is another 14. Just run it through the machine. Running through the whole piece. We have to go a little bit deeper on the blades. So, try it again. There we go. So you can see the two rollers and the blades on the top and bottom, and this piece going through in real time. This coating it's hard, but it did it. You can see the key on this stuff is just break the coating to get down to the copper core. Once you got the coating in your hand, there it goes. There. The machine is also not that loud, so really nice for operating in your shop. It also has forward and reverse on there in case you do end up in a jam situation. So this is doesn't get much better than this. All right, let's remove out some of the plastic from in front of the machine. Can you just take a look at that's how much copper we've stripped so far. I had some of this left over before, but we'll run this through too. That was the stranded 12 gauge, so might even be a 10 gauge, but let's run that through. done really, really easily with the BWS-80 HD. So now for the grand finale. Just want to thank Tyler for giving us this stuff. Okay, so now we're going to try. This is 750 MCM, okay? Nice thick stuff, pretty much around an inch with copper core. You can make a lot of money off this if you are lucky enough to find it out there. So let's just go through the big hole first and run it through. That's one pass through the machine. That's a lot of copper. So, one thing I want to say, on here, you can see the blades did touch some of the copper. You don't want that to happen. If you see this, you want to open the blades, put more spacing between them. So you just open it up a little bit. So I've just done that by adjusting this dial over here. Now, take a look at this stuff. I'm trying to see what grade of wire this one is. 500 MCM right here. So this one I think is about just under an inch, somewhere in that neighborhood. So you want to make sure you remove the zip ties, just have the coating present. And you see how there's a bit of a bow on this? When you run it through the machine, just run it. So again, you saw that was one pass through the machine. It stripped nicely. Again, we did get our blade in there, so we want to have a little bit more space on that, but you saw how easily that stripped the coating off. I'll just show you a trick with this machine to actually make sure you do have your blades easily adjusted. So when you're adjusting this top roller, just go enough that you can get the material in, that it goes through, and then come down a bit. So I've gone up. We're almost there. I think that's good enough right there. And again, when it's bowed like this, generally speaking, I like to make sure that we come in that way on the machine. You can also try to flatten it before it goes through. But again, you'll end up with your processes on what works best for you. Again, remove the zip ties from the wire, the cable. Let's try running it through and see how this goes. Okay. So, you can see we opened that up. And now there's a strip here, but we're not deep enough. So we need to come down a bit. So I just dialed the rollers down. Try that again. Let's try that one more time. I might have opened it up too much. One more time. Okay, now we're through. Look at that, very bright copper. So that's a real-time demonstration. Tyler, I hope you're happy with the performance of the BWS-80 HD here. you have any questions, either you, Tyler, or anyone else out there in YouTube world that's watching this video, please check out our website, bluedogwirestripper.com, or give us a call, 866-902178. Again, my name is Joe Williams, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about recycling equipment, or more specifically, the BWS-80 HD wire stripping machine. Again, thanks for watching this video.